Hey everybody, it's Phil from No Code Ops here. And today for our aha moment demo video, I'm joined by Espen from Userflow. Hey Espen.
Hey Philip, nice to be here.
Good to have you here. Userflow, of course, speaks to my heart because I love everything about onboarding. So it is the fastest way to build fast onboarding for your users right in your app without any developers. So all no code, which is super cool. So Espen, what was your inspiration for building and coming up with this product?
So my co-founder Sebastian and I, we're both very kind of product driven, and me personally came from a company where we were actually looking to become more product led, and therefore we're looking into these kind of onboarding solutions. And I realized there wasn't like something amazing out there, and wanted to join that space. And Sebastian had a similar experience building onboarding. So I think what is lacking, or what was lacking at that point, was like an easy way for non-developers to build onboarding and iterate on onboarding fast. Often it was like a cumbersome kind of process to involve developers who would then build something and so on. So I think that's a big part of the whole no-code movement, right? Is to basically allow for those kind of fast iterations.
Yeah, I call it move fast and fix things.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah. So can you describe to me like what an ideal user and situation they would be in? Like what would that look like for your product?
Yeah, so I would say we focus on two main scenarios. Either you want to convert more trial users into real customers. So you try to give your trial users a great kind of onboarding experience. And the second use case is kind of when somebody has already become a customer and you want to onboard them, you want to retain them, and kind of get them to adopt your product. So we see both, but there's definitely, given the whole product-led growth movement, there's a big overweight towards the whole trial conversion scene.
Very cool. So like the two main folks here, if you're looking to turn trial users into paid users potentially, or with current paid users, either upselling or just increasing engagement and retention. Yeah.
Exactly. Correct.
Cool. So do you want to share your screen and just walk us through someone having like a no-code builder, like a no-code operational builder, like what an aha moment for them would be in your product versus like any of the other kind of onboarding products out there, like maybe like a Pendo or something like that?
Yeah, so I'm happy to do that. So let me share my screen here. Okay. So I think one of the things we've been really focused on is that no code, even though many products are no code, they end up becoming very kind of developer dependent anyway, because they're hard to use, or they're built the interface in a certain way where you, for instance, have to like derive CSS or something like that, which makes it a bit hard to do. So we focused a lot on making building these kind of guides as easy as possible. And to give you an example, I'm just going to create a quick guide here. So let's say we call our guides flows, by the way. So let's say we want to create a flow here. Let me see if the screen sharing is slowing this down a bit. No code ops intro, for instance, here. Yep. And then create flow. So you can, for instance, let's say you want to start with a modal. You want to say, hi everyone, we want you to sign up for our newsletter.
Yep. And by the way, we want people to sign up for our newsletter, nocodeops.com.
Exactly. And then you want to show me how, right? And then you basicing let's add a step here. So let's add a tooltip.
I love how intuitive that is, that it just visually creates the next thing, almost like a Kanban board, like right next to it.
Exactly. That's the intention. And then this is a big aha moment, I think, for many as well, the way we do element selection. So we basically allow you to go to the website and then say, okay, I want to show the tooltip here.
Oh my God.
And then it picks it up. Cool. It takes a small screenshot here, right? And then you can even now do steps depending on somebody clicking that. So now you maybe want to have the next step, fill in name and email, and then you want to show that, of course,
now,
on the.
Espen, when you're doing this, when you're highlighting over these elements on the web page, do you have to have a Chrome extension installed to be able to do that?
Yeah. So that's a big thing we did, because we realized many users, especially when they're trying our product for the first time, they don't have access to developers so when you want to launch this for real users, you have to install a small JavaScript snippet, right? But many of our end users, they don't have that kind of access initially when they start trialing our product. So we gave them access to a Chrome extension instead that basically allows them to build the flows, preview the flows, even without having the Userflow JavaScript installed. So in that way, they can quickly get familiar with our product without having to involve developers. And then when they're ready to launch, they can use developers, right?
Amazing.
So, yeah. So let's try this one here. So now we basically have this flow here, and let's say we want to complete this. We want to say when this is done, we dismiss it, and let's preview this. So let's see if it works. Hopefully. Hi everyone. We want
what triggers that first? What triggers that modal popping up?
So now I just triggered it with the preview, right? But one thing we have is these auto start conditions. So you can basically set triggers, conditions based on user attributes, what page they're on, events, etc. We also have another object we call the checklist, which is basically a way to like have a checklist down in the corner here, where you can trigger flows as well.
Almost so like I'm assuming the LinkedIn like 10 steps to being an all-star, right? You know.
Exactly. Let me show you here. So this is an example of a checklist. Yeah. But let me show you here. Let's see if it works. So show me how. Click here. And then fill in name and email. So as you can see now, this one is a bit wrong here. So let's just, we can quickly fix that. So we just go and say specify tooltip to be below target. And then let's actually do something else cool here. So I did prepare something quickly because that's another big thing of it. You wanna have things look a bit more like your application, right?
Brand.
Yeah. So you basically add in the right theme, and then you have everything great here, right? So and then we of course want to sign up for this. I think I'm maybe already signed up, so it might block me, but let's see. Perfect.
Great.
So yeah. So that's basically it. I think that kind of shows how easy it is to build something quick. And the overall idea is, of course, you build something more advanced, right? With a checklist, with some initial flows,
like user stuff. Attributes, you know, and all of that cool stuff.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Espen, if people want to reach out, maybe start a free trial or anything like that. What's the best way for them to get in touch with you or start a free trial?
Yeah, so we have a 14-day free trial. So you just go to userflow.com and then you basically create an account, and it's super easy. You install the Chrome extension, and then you can immediately try to build something on your own site. And we're always there to help on the support.
Amazing. Now, the last question I have is, does userflow.com use Userflow as a service?
Yes, we do. So of course we're eating our own dog food.
That's right.
So we use Userflow and Userflow. Yes.
Cool. Listen, thank you so much, man. Super excited to be talking with you. Best of luck with everything. And yeah, everyone, check out userflow.com.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Cheers. Thanks.